Okay, we are driving into McAlpine, West Virginia. It is very creepy. The roads are so narrow, it's kind of an uncomfortable feeling. What's that? What kind of animal is that? Okay, talk about a skinny road. This is downright scary. Here it is. This is the town of Stotesbury. And we're up here right now. And this is the road from one town to the next. Crazy. What happens if another car comes down this road? You can barely fit one car down it. I had high hopes for this place because there's a lot of vacant lots, but I had no idea it was going to be this dangerous, this creepy. Well, there's a chimney, but there's no place to park. It's made for Model Ts only. I don't know if I'm going to be able to turn around. This is definitely the worst road I've ever been on. Okay, we got a pull-off spot. Okay, I assume there was houses here. My map shows about a dozen houses in this section in between the two towns. So let's have a look. Okay, this must be this section. There was at least 18 houses here. Well, definitely came a long way to check it out, so let's have a look. Okay, we need a probe. Make sure my car's not sticking out in the road. No, it's not. Looks very rocky. I don't know if I'll be able to probe this kind of soil or not. Okay, we are here upon a structure of some sort. And I'm thinking this is an actual road that they still use. It's more like a pathway, but it is clear enough that it looks like people still drive on here. And I parked right in the middle of it, so I hope nobody is coming. And there's some deer. Okay, I've walked back to this chimney, but it's so overgrown I can't probe it. I mean, can you imagine trying to probe and dig through all this? Nope. It would be impossible. So some insulators on the pole, and they've all been cut, and it looks like they're aqua colored ones. Oh my god, the road looks really dangerous up ahead. I think I'll get high centered or stuck or something. I think I'm gonna have to backtrack a little ways and walk the rest of the way. Okay, I believe there's a creek between here and the railroad tracks. And if there's a creek, that is our best potential for sure. Because, as you can see, the ground is all covered with leaves. And this is a clear area compared to most. Because there's trees everywhere. Except for right here. Okay, here's the creek. It is a nice size. Not too big. So I gotta find a way down to it. Okay, finally made it. Okay, let me explain the purpose for coming through this treacherous, creepy area. First of all, I've been digging for 35 years, and this is the most remote area I've ever been to. The most dangerous and creepy, but the most valuable Pepsi bottle in the world, well, second or third, is from this town. This town about 5 miles from here has this Pepsi bottle called Pemberton Pepsi. If you have the Pepsi book, you just look up Pemberton and you'll see it's $2,500. And that's the 28-year-ago price. Today's price should be $5,000. As luck would have it, I started the trip with the most difficult town. Believe it or not, I'm on a 5-week dig trip. Every day for 5 weeks I'm going to be hunting for bottles. I'm not seeing anything yet, but of course it's so rocky. I would expect the bottles to be broken if there is any. Aha! I see a bottle. Well, most of a bottle. Well, it does look fairly old, like from the 20s. So that's good, because the Pepsi bottle is from the 20s. It's from 1923 or 24. Okay, this must be a dump. I'm starting to see a number of bottles over here. It looks like a Vaseline, but it's not embossed. And this, late 20s, early 30s. And what do we have over here? Can't even get it out. But there's all different ages in here. Like that one looks like it's from the 40s. And then way up under there we have something. Feels like it's frozen in the ground. No, that's no good. Then we got a drugstore. At least it's a corker. It's kind of an interesting design. There's way over 100 different kinds of pharmacies. Different designs. This has got to be a late one. Probably right around 1929 or 1930 even. But it's kind of unusual, so I think I'll keep it. Well, I brought my long handle scratcher just in case of something like this. So, I really don't like to dig into the embankments and drag it down into the creek. Since we're in a literal ghost town, not likely anybody's ever going to be affected by it. And the fact that there's a $5,000 bottle potentially in here, it's worth it. Oh, it looks like a depression glass, drinking glass. And it's actually intact. That's, well, it does have a crack. But, I don't know, I'll put that in the maybe pile. Well, this must be where the town is, because there's trash dumped down the bank all over it. That's pretty old, maybe 1928. So we have to look extremely thoroughly and slowly and meticulously around here, because the greatest Pepsi bottle, well, one of the best Pepsi bottles of all time is at stake. Well, I've walked at least half a mile and I haven't found any glass at all in the actual creek. Not even any broken bottles. So, I'm heading back. For those of you who wonder what West Virginia looks like, here it is. Okay, we're coming up to a section of the creek that I think looks really good. It's not too wavy, it's not too deep, it's not too full of rocks. Now this is the kind of creek area that looks good. Hopefully we'll find one. The odds are about 1 in 20, I would say. Especially since we haven't found any bottles of any kind in this creek yet. And I've gone about 3/4 of a mile. I gotta say, Pemberton is the smallest town that bottled Pepsi. There was literally about 18 structures in the town. Okay, we're getting to another good part, where it's nice and clear. You can see the bottom, so you can join in with the treasure hunt and tell me whether I missed something. Wait, there's a bottle right there. Doesn't look very old, but whoa, a Pyramid RC. That is rather old, but it's not quite good enough condition. But that is the first bottle we found in the creek, and it's been about a mile of walking. And I caught it live on film. Not live, and not really on film, because live means you are watching it at the time that it happened. This happened at least a month ago, because my videos are backlogged at least a month, because I just want to put a video on once every week. Here's a good time for a 360 view. Okay, another good spot. And we got a bridge. Probably about 100-year-old bridge. Yeah, it says weight limit 3,000 pounds on that bridge. I wouldn't even want to drive my van across it because of the fact that it's 100 years old. And it looks like it's about to fall apart. Look at that road. That is way more than a 45-degree slope. It's like a 65-degree slope. Okay, I think there's a house site in here. Yeah, I'm beginning to think that they wouldn't even have any privies because it's so rocky here that they couldn't even dig a hole. I wonder if this is where that dump was. This must be the area where the houses were because it's a nice level area about 500 feet long. So I guess I should go in there and probe it out. Try to probe it. Probably won't be able to because it's too rocky. I'm just seeing a little indication that this was the railroad bed. But if this was the railroad bed, where was the actual road for cars? This has to be it. There is no other one.